So this, just wanted to update everybody that Trump's tariffs have been paused. So U.S. pauses tariffs on some Canadian and Mexican imports until April 2nd. It has been a crazy week this week. Okay, we've had our highs, we've had our lows, we've had brokers literally calling here nonstop trying to get the shipments moved. So the Canadians wanted to get the shipments moved into the U.S. and the U.S. wanted to get all of their shipments moved into Canada. To try to avoid these tariffs. But now again, President Donald Trump granted temporary tariff exemptions for Canadian and Mexican goods covered by the North American Trade Agreement known as the USMCA until April the 2nd. So about 50% of Mexican imports and 38% of Canadian imports are covered by the trade agreement, according to the White House officials. Trump is poised to enact reciprocal tariffs on April 2nd. On foreign nationals that have import taxes on U.S. goods. So yeah, I mean, just to it has been a crazy, not only a week, it's been a crazy month for us here at ET Transport. The amount of freight and the volume that's been, going back and forth between Canada and the U.S. and then U.S. to Canada. I have had some talks with some manufacturing plants, and everybody, I'd say everybody is uncertain of what would happen with these 25% tariffs. So, give you an example, a reefer here that we purchase in Canada. I mean, if it's produced in the U.S., but in the U.S. also, they order a lot of parts from Mexico in order to make, take Carrier, take Thermo King. I don't know where they get their stuff from, but these reefer units, even though we're buying them from the US, I mean, they have Mexican parts and they have Chinese parts. So that means that, in order to produce a reefer, it's going to be a lot more expensive, just to produce that reefer, because if they're paying 25% taxes on anything made in Mexico, then now you're getting taxed on tax. So, for example, if to produce a reefer now costs $35,000 or $38,000, and if I'm buying it right now in Canada, now I have to pay another 25% tax on already parts that are already taxed. So it is creating a nightmare, and I'm so happy and relieved to read this, that the it is being paused until April 2nd. So I know we're going to have a huge month ahead of us right now. That again. It's a lot of unknown what's going to happen on April 2nd, but what we do know is that now for the next, I'd say for all of March, it's going to be extremely busy again. Canada again is going to try to push out a lot of the products into the U.S. The U.S. is going to do the exact same thing coming into Canada. So we're going to see a really, really, really good March for cross-border trade. I had a lot of Americans reach out to me and ask me, okay, what this effect is definitely going to, even without the cross-border trade. I mean, even if I'm an American trucking company, this affects me. These tariffs affects me a lot. I mean, a lot of the aluminum, the steel, the copper, the lumber. I mean, to produce, I would say, flatbeds, a lot of the aluminum and the steel that comes from Canada. And if that gets taxed 25%, you can, you better believe that the cost of flatbeds are definitely going to go up. And it's not going to go up just by a little bit. I mean, everything is going to go up. So this, I'm really happy to report the fact that these tariffs are being delayed. I really hope that they're going to completely remove the tariffs both from Canada and from Mexico. I truly believe that Donald Trump has a problem with people taxing, and he says the most beautiful word is reciprocal tax. I mean, yeah, I truly believe that reciprocal tax would be the right thing for the U.S. on countries that tax them, but Canada and the U.S., I mean, the free trade agreement or the updated UFMCA, I think that's what it is, right? It is called, the USMCA. Between Canada and Mexico and the U.S., I truly believe that there should be, some form of, I guess from both sides. It's not like Canada is taxing the U.S. and the U.S. is not taxing Canada. Both sides are taxing exactly the same, or at least neither side was taxing until today. But I really hope that these taxes or these tariffs are going to be put to bed, and we just can continue life, because it's been a roller coaster over here in Canada with these potential tariffs on us. So I'll keep you guys posted on what's happening in the news, what's happening in our in the economy between Canada and the U.S. But I was thrilled, and I really wanted to share the news with you. Let's see if we'll read a few comments If anybody has a comment, feel free to leave it. Okay, I don't want any foul language over here about what they feel, but if you have a comment to make, but anyways, I think this is great for everybody, and I think this is we're gonna have a very good March. That's the good thing. I really think that something good is gonna come out of this. We had a really, really good February, and I truly believe now that we're going to have an unbelievable March. So for those of you that are enjoying this content, and please feel free to leave a comment or to give it a thumbs up. But thank you guys, and I'll be in touch with you guys.